my name's Emma. I'm Miss Laura's daughter. Some of you may know me. And today I really wanted to read to you guys. We are joined by my cat Lily and my cat Cyrus. Aw, you're so cute. Today we are going to be reading Now We Can Have a Wedding, written by Judy Cox and illustrated by Diane DeSalvo Ryan. Lily. My sister Sally is getting married. She's marrying Roberto Gonzalez from 4B. The whole building is invited. Everyone will come, and everyone will bring food to the party. I can't wait. Soon we will have a wedding. My sister Sally is getting married. What is a wedding without dolmades? Says Papa. Papa gets out the skillet. I wash my hands and tie on an apron. Papa browns the meat and onions. I roll the filling in the grape leaves. The window steams over. I give a long sniff. Yum! There, says Papa, the dolmades are done. Now we can have a wedding. My sister Sally is getting married. What is a wedding without challah? Says Mr. Gold in 3A. I wash my hands and tie on an apron. I knead the dough. Mr. Gold shows me how to twist long ropes of dough into braids. When the challah is golden brown, Mr. Gold takes it out of the oven to cool. There, says Mr. Gold, the challah is done. Now we can have a wedding. My sister Sally is getting married. What is a wedding without a wedding pie? Says Anya in 2D. Anya gets out her chopping board. I wash my hands and tie on an apron. Anya hands me a wooden spoon. I mix the corn in the meat, chopped eggs, and raisins. The kitchen fills with savory smells. There, says Anya, the pie is done. Now we can have a wedding. My sister Sally is getting married. What is a wedding without tamales? Says Mr. Gonzalez in 4B. Mr. Gonzalez gets out the steamer. I wash my hands and tie on an apron. I mix the cornmeal in the water to make dough. Together we spoon the filling and wrap the tamales in corn husks. White and black beans, says Mr. Gonzalez. So Roberto and Sally will have many boy babies and many girl babies. Soon the kitchen fills with spicy smells. There, says Mr. Gonzalez, the tamales are done. Now we can have a wedding. My sister Sally is getting married. What is a wedding without tai shioyaki? Says Miss Haru in 4C. Miss Haru gets out the cutting board. I wash my hands and tie on an apron. I wash the fish while Miss Haru carefully scales them. The fish of happiness, she tells me, for luck. Miss Haru lays them out. Their heads are still on. I don't like the way they look, but they will taste very good. We rub the fish with salt, and Miss Haru grills them over a charcoal fire. There, says Miss Haru, the tie is ready. Now we can have a wedding. My sister Sally is getting married. What is a wedding without steamed cakes? Says Mr. Chen in 5B. Mr. Chen gets out his bamboo steamer. I wash my hands and tie on an apron. I beat the eggs. Honey harmonizing with oil buns, Mr. Chen tells me, to bring harmony to this marriage. Soon the kitchen is filled with sweet smells. My mouth waters. There, says Mr. Chen, the steamed cakes are done. Now we can have a wedding. My sister Sally is getting married. What is a wedding without biscotti? Says Senora Theodora in 2C. Senora Theodora gets out the measuring spoons. I wash my hands and tie on an apron. I roll out ropes of dough. Senora Theodora ties them into little knots. For two people whose lives will now be entwined, she tells me, like this. She crosses her fingers. I taste some baking chocolate. Bitter. Senora Theodora laughs at my face. There, says Senora Theodora, the biscotti is done. Now we can have a wedding. My sister Sally is getting married. What is a wedding without a big cake, says Mama. I wash my hands and tie on an apron. I dust the cake pans with flour while Mama creams the batter. Together we sift the flour and mix the batter. Mama puts the pans in the oven. Soon the kitchen fills with scents of vanilla. When the cake is cool, Mama frosts the layers and sets them on top of each other, climbing up and up like a white tower. I lick the beaters. There, says Mama, the cake is done. Now we can have a wedding. My sister Sally is getting married. The counters are crowded and covered with dishes. Mountains of damaldis from Papa, loaves of challah from Mr. Gold, a wedding pie from Anya, pans of tamales from Mr. Gonzalez, platters of Thai from Miss Haru, trays of steamed cakes from Mr. Chen, plates of biscotti from Senora Theodora, and a towering wedding cake from Mama. All made with love to celebrate the wedding. But something is missing. What is a wedding without rice? Rice to toss at the bride and groom. Rice to wish them luck and happiness and many children. I run to the room for circles of net and lengths of ribbon. Back into the kitchen, I ladle a spoonful of rice in each circle and wrap it in the fabric. I tie each circle closed with a piece of ribbon. There, the rice packages are done. Now we can have a wedding.